Ruben Amorim, he's been speaking to Jules.
Ruben, it was a crazy end to the game, a completely different second half to the first half that we saw. First of all, talk us through what you saw with that penalty decision right at the end.
No, I think it's a soft touch. It was not from what I saw. I don't like to talk, especially when the game is finished in a few minutes, but I think it was a soft penalty. It was clear.
Are you pleased with the point?
If you start the game without the first half and losing 2-0, it's a good point. But we need to win 3 points and we need to play all the game.
Is that the most disappointing part, the fact that you managed to find yourself in a position to be 2 goals down heading into the second half?
Of course, but that is not the worst part. The worst part is that we have the free men. We are losing ball without any pressure. I mean, we are not doing what's supposed to do, and then it's really hard. And then we suffered 2 goals in second balls, and that was clear that they will create that chances by second balls. We were soft.
How do you go about fixing those problems that you're seeing?
In training, we continue to do the same. That's why in the second half we didn't change nothing. We have to do the same thing, but in a good way.
The 2 goals that were scored today both came from set pieces. Is scoring goals in the team still an issue for you?
Yes, not just scoring goals, but also create a lot of chances. We have to improve on that. But last game also we had chances. This game also we struggle with scoring goals.
Everyone can see that you so desperately want to make a success at Manchester United. Why haven't you been able to do that consistently so far with the results?
I don't know. If I know, I will change it. We have to continue to think in the next game. And everything we do during the week, we have to use it in the game. And if we do that, we are near to win games like we did in the second half. If we don't, we are not going to win.
How can you make this team better then between now and the end of the season?
In this moment, we need to focus on day by day. We need to survive this season. That is clear, and then to think ahead. But we have so many problems, and then when you go to the game and we let the time pass, it's really hard. Of course, I don't want to say just the negative part. The second half was so much better in belief, and in the end, I think we were near to win this game also.
Thanks, Ruben.
Thank you.
The end to the game. Do you feel like you were let off the hook a bit with that penalty decision?
No. The referee said the hand was very close from the body, so there's nothing to do with that. We had our chances in the second half, but the problem is we start the game too late. We gave it away in the first half. I think we didn't have enough movement. We were too static, and it was difficult to create some situations. We did create with some 1-2s and stuff like that, but we need to start the games better. We know that. We spoke in the half-time that we can, every time that we concede a goal and we are down, it's the only time when we start and we think that, now we can take a little bit more risk, now we can go forward, now we can pass forward. We need to start the game like that because we are in a situation where we have to win games and create chances to score goals.
It was a fight back, though. You've managed to come away from Goodison Park with a point. What was the key to turning the game around?
Oh, to stick to the plan. That's what the manager was very upset with us, to try to stick with the plan that we had during the season, to make it work, even if the things were not going well. We have to stick to what our ideas are, and that's what we did in the second half with much more freedom, much more movement. But as I said, we are 2-0 down. You have nothing to lose, so you start to get more into the game. But
Well, just 15 points from a possible 45 under Ruben Amorim. Are you as players feeling like
He would be doing it, Rio, but also that they need to play the whole game. Did you only see decent Man United play for about 15-20 minutes there?
Yeah, and up until they scored, they looked like a broken team. They looked like a team that mentally looked broken. They looked scared. They looked scared to take the ball. They looked scared to pass the ball to teammates. They looked scared to take any risks. And one thing you heard about him in what he just said there, he said about we're going to stick to what we do and we're not going to change things. And there's a stubbornness there, which I understand. But I think in today's game, when you watch the game today, when you're so scared and you haven't got no confidence, to keep playing out and playing good football, that's very difficult even when you're confident. So sometimes maybe go back to front a little bit. put this. I don't care. We came in here in our pomp when we were flying as a team that were winning things, right? And we used to have to change a little bit of details, not a whole philosophy or a whole identity, but for moments in the game, you do something a little bit different, and then you feed your way into the game, and then go back to actually what makes you a great team, or your philosophy that you live and die by. But there are times in games where I think managing moments where you go, we're going to do something different to get us up the pitch, to put Everton on the back foot maybe. You've got Højlund up front, never run into the channel once. But the ball's not going in there to tell him to go in there, and he's not running in there. Xerxes the same. And I think you can't just, I think there's moments in...
Obviously, this club is all about results, and we know that. We are aware of that. We need to be aware of the position we are in the table, and you have to do much more. We have to do much more all together. Me for first. Everyone has to get to lift the standards of each other and try to push each other to end the season in the best way possible.
Brilliant free kick, and today you're the player of the match. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Stay a point ahead of Manchester United, 31 plays 30, and a reminder that Wolves, Ipswich and Southampton are all playing shortly in terms of the fight for survival.
Compressed for 90 minutes. So they came out of the traps, they were right against it. United found it hard, but ultimately, if you can get through that, you can wear teams down, because it's hard to press. Now, there might have been a point in time where you get some subs on and then put the energy back up, but ultimately, again, credit to United in the second half.
But ultimately, he's had 7 Premier League games in charge and he lost one of them, David Moyes.
It's still a good draw in the end at home. Obviously, being up 2-0, it's not, but at home against United it is.
And we just heard from Ruben Amorim, he just wants to go back to that training pitch and keep trying to improve and start the game like they ended it.
Yeah, I mean, at half-time, I thought, well, do you really? I mean, there's nothing really improving from anything at the moment. But that second half will breathe a little bit of life back into that Manchester United team.
Okay.
10-15 minutes of the game, you know what's going to happen against Everton. They're going to press you, they're going to put you under pressure. What did Man United do? They played short. They played short balls, and Everton smothered them. They smothered them and never gave them any breathing space. And Man United never adapted their play. You've got to go the other way sometimes. And as Rio was saying in there, in the first half particularly, they never once turned Everton's back line. Everything was towards the ball, and Everton smothered them. And they were more aggressive as well, Everton. So Man United definitely need to mix it up much more. I think the manager's shown a little bit of inexperience in the British game, coming to Goodison. In these circumstances, you've got to turn Everton's defence. They never did that. They encouraged Everton to smother them.
Let's work our way through this from the beginning then, because that seems the easiest way to do it. Beto opened the scoring for Everton, Duncan, but Manchester United had chances to clear the corner.
They did more aggression. There was more aggression in Everton all over the pitch in the first 45 minutes. They wanted the second ball. They got on the second and third. They made the first contact, second contact. They got on the ball, and they'd more aggression in their play, particularly in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, 5 in 4 games for Beto. His confidence just continues to grow.
Yeah, it looks like a reborn player. And David Moyes said before the game, alongside us here, that he wasn't playing with Sean Dyche. Came in, he's lucky to get in the team because of an injury to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But since he's come in there, I think he's worked his way into form through hard work and being ugly, playing an ugly side of the game.
Absolutely. I mean, Sean Dyche brought him to the club. He never played him, did he? David Moyes came in, never really started him as well. And as you